Drew, what's the latest on this?
Well, the chorus is growing here in Washington, Anderson, especially from Republican senators who want Eric Shinseki, the Secretary of Veteran Affairs, to resign. Even the Senate Minority Leader, Mitch McConnell, weighed in today. Here's what he had to say.
I wish the White House, instead of traveling around the country talking about the urgency of climate change, would talk with equal urgency about this failure of leadership and incompetence at the VA.
Obviously, a change in leadership might be a good step in the right direction.
Today, I'm demanding accountability and true transformation within the VA system and its culture from top to bottom and all across the country. Secretary Shinseki seemingly is unwilling or unable to do so, and change must be made at the top.
What does the White House say about it, Drew?
Well, White House Press Secretary Jay Carney addressed it today in a briefing, and what's more interesting is what happened when our own White House correspondent, Michelle Kaczynski, asked him why Eric Shinseki isn't coming out of this building and talking about this crisis. Here's Jay Carney's answer.
The President remains confident in Secretary Shinseki's ability to lead the department and to take appropriate action based on the IG's findings. Michelle.
Going along with that, I know that some have been trying to sit down and talk with Shinseki, and including CNN, they've been asking him for an interview since November. Why won't he just come out and speak about this or talk
You're
to
asking
some
me
of
for an interview with
some of these interested parties? And yes, can the White House direct him to...
I would refer you to the department for the director's schedule.
Look, Anderson, if the White House wanted Shinseki to come out and talk about this, Shinseki would be out here talking about this. We've been asking for an interview for 6 months. We've been here all day today, and yes, we asked again today to the Public Affairs Office here at the VA. We've gotten absolutely no response.
It's not just reporters. I mean, it's important to point this out, who are trying to get information from Shinseki. He's also been ignoring requests from family members of veterans, and there's people on Capitol Hill complaining about the accessibility.
Yeah, and I was surprised to find out about that after our story last night. It's much more infuriating that the VA just ignoring CNN. I don't know if you remember this, but I heard from the family of a veteran we told you about back in 2012, Anderson, a guy named Bill Nicholas, a World War II vet, an airman in the Navy, whose job as a young sailor in World War II was to rescue downed pilots in the Pacific, okay? In 2012, he died of Legionella-related illnesses from the bacteria he contracted within the water system of the Pittsburgh VA hospital. The management at that hospital knew it had Legionella in the water, didn't tell the patients and the staff. Many people were exposed. Bill Nicholas, one of several vets who died, okay? Nobody's ever been held accountable for that. The family wanted answers, and his family sent us an email last night saying, how could Shinseki and Obama allow this to keep happening without any accountability? I will never understand how they can just turn a deaf ear. And listen to this, the worst part, when we request a meeting where we can look Shinseki in the eye, he simply does not respond to our requests. Do these people have no conscience? Anderson, that is from a family of a vet who died unnecessarily in a VA hospital. They can't get a meeting with Shinseki or any answers as to why that took place.